Okay, welcome back to our special coverage. Verdict Maharashtra, Mumbai ka boss. Who is the boss of Mumbai? The BMC elections, the counting has begun. But the breaking news is coming at the moment from Pune, the other big city which is also going to the polls. The BJP has taken an early lead in Pune, leading in 10 wards at the moment in Pune Municipal Corporation, a city where they've never had a mayor. At the moment, trends coming in Mumbai from 9 wards, the Shiv Sena leading in 7, the BJP in 2. So the Shiv Sena taking the early lead in Mumbai at the moment. In Mumbai, Jyotsna Dhumale from the BJP ahead with 982 seats. Remember, margins are very low in municipal elections. You can win by 500,000 votes often, but the early leads are with the Shiv Sena. That's the result. That's what we are getting at the moment. Nikhil Wagre, give me a sense. Your belief is that there are Shiv Sena pockets where they will continue to do well, particularly in central and in central Mumbai. But do you believe that the BJP's best bet is winning in North Mumbai this time? How is Mumbai divided this time between Shiv Sena and BJP?
All the Marathi-speaking pockets in South Mumbai, Central Mumbai, Eastern and Western suburb, Shiv Sena is very strong. Their advantage this time is MNS. MNS has weakened, so that they hope that vote will transfer to Shiv Sena. And in Western suburb and Eastern suburb, where non-Marathi areas, especially Gujarati areas, you see Rajdeep in voting pattern, right from Andheri to Dahisar, it is more than 60% voting. All these areas are dominated by BJP. So I think BJP will snatch seats from Congress and also Shiv Sena in this area. In Eastern suburb, Ghatkopar, Mulund, these are strong Gujarati areas. BJP will be dominant there. So Shiv Sena's strongholds will remain with Shiv Sena. They will add into their votes of MNS, and BJP will stronger in non-Marathi areas. As I told you earlier, Congress will be decimated to 30 or 32 seats. That is my prediction.
Okay, the Congress being decimated. I'll come to my guest in the studio in a moment, but Ankit Tyagi, our correspondent, standing by in Nagpur. Now, Nagpur is Devendra Fadnavis' city also of Nitin Gadkari. Presumably, the BJP has high hopes. It's the home of the RSS, home of Nitin Gadkari, home of Devendra Fadnavis. This is the city they will expect to dominate. Where are you at the moment, Ankit?
That's right, Rajdeep. Well, Rajdeep, I am at Resham Bagh, and this is where one of the ward, which is the ward where Nitin Gadkari's residence himself is. He's a voter of that ward 18, and BJP, of course, has high hopes here. 151 total municipal seats here in Nagpur, and for the last 10 years BJP has been ruling the Nagpur Municipal Corporation. The counting has just started. You can see behind the EVM machines here have opened up, and the fortunes of the candidates here is now being counted, and very soon we'll start getting the trends. We'll also start getting the results here. Very importantly though, Rajdeep, just before elections there have been the problem that could be there for the BJP possibly would be of a certain dissidents, those who have propped up in many seats, almost 100 seats. There are people, those who are supported by the RSS as well, the Nitin Gadkari faction, Devendra Fadnavis, all tried to calm these down. Few of them took back their candidature, but there are many seats where there are in fact sitting there are rebels, those who are standing against sitting corporators itself. So that possibly could mar some of the chances or number of the seats that BJP wins here. But once again, the BJP leaders here saying that they will get a clean sweeping majority. The Congress, of course, hoping that they would be able to up their numbers. Shiv Sena doesn't has much sway here in Nagpur. A few seats that they possibly are expecting in single digits.
Right.
But more or less, it is BJP versus Congress, where the BJP is once again hoping for significant gains.
That's right. They're already leading the first 3 seats of Nagpur. That we have trends for the BJP leading in all 3. Not surprising. BJP expected to do well in Nagpur. Manish, you wanted to make a point earlier when you saw that Shaina versus Manisha Kahende debate. BJP versus Shiv Sena. I'm going to get all of you on this. You know, what does this say? that the BJP and Shiv Sena at the moment are fighting each other in TV studios, fighting each other on the field, but will probably be in government in Mumbai, certainly are already in government in Maharashtra and at the centre. How do you explain this?
I've spoken to some of the supporters of the BJP and they are really questioning this whole, going on aggressive. Ashish Shelar is doing it, Kirit Somaiya is again making allegations of a personal level against Uddhav Thackeray and his family. So the point is, if you're talking about transparency, if you're talking about accountability, where is that going? And if they're going to come again together, or are those corruption allegations, are you going to take them back? That remains a big question.
Manisha, is this a clever strategy in your view to also occupy both the government and opposition space?
Yeah, this is a very important new strategy in political competition. Occupy both the government and the opposition space and look at what's happening to the other parties, the Congress party and the erstwhile Third Front, literally scurrying for cover here. In a sense, they are looking for alliances, but erstwhile alliances are looking at a strategy of splitting up and occupying a large part of the political territory.
That's before the election, and then after the election you come together.
And in a sense, I always feel that the Jammu and Kashmir model, where even if you're really ideologically completely apart, governance or power can put you together. So power is a glue that binds. Political competition is something where you can go on and allege, but it's really a question of the voters saying that fine, even if we understand that in the power room, in the seats of power, you can go together, we are willing to vote for you differently. I think that's what needs to be understood far more cleverly than political parties simply doing the trick. In a sense, the onus is now on the Congress and the other splinter parties of the Third Fronts to explain as to why they are not getting the voter allegiance in a sense and manner that they have been
I'm just going to hold you because the celebrations have already begun. Because the Shiv Sena celebrating earlier, cracker time has come earlier, crackers not affected by demonetization because 11 seats we've got results for, Shiv Sena leading in 7, BJP in 3. So early leads clearly with the Shiv Sena at the moment. Gaurav Sawant, you're with the celebrators there. Tell us what's happening. Is the Shiv Sena already based on these very early trends claiming victory?
And Rajdeep, क्या उम्मीद है सर आपको?
जीतेंगे आप देखेंगे जिस तरह से अभी चुनावी इसके काउंटिंग शुरू हुई है उसमें शिवसेना को काफी जगह पर बढ़त मिल रही है और यही दौर चालू रहेगा और शिवसेना बढ़ेगी। आप जीतते देखेंगे शिवसेना काफी भारी मात्रा में जीतेगी।
उल्लासनगर में
उल्लासनगर में, ठाणा में, नासिक में, पुणे में आप देखेंगे ये अभी जो दौर शुरू हुआ है ये नगर निगम में शिवसेना काफी भारी मात्रा में अच्छी तरह से।
लेकिन जरूरत पड़ी तो कौन साथ में आ सकता है? लगातार यही कहा जा रहा है।
ये हमको उसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी।
बच्चा विल से बात करेंगे तो ये Rajdeep, if you can hear me, celebrations have already started. Very, very early trends at this stage, but yet celebrations have already started at the Shiv Sena Bhavan. We had crackers going off. We have the Bhagwa Jhanda of the Shiv Sena that's already here, and you can barely hear, people, given the number of people who are now assembling here. There are some restrictions on movement of traffic, we are told, that the police will put in place in a while from now, Rajdeep.
Okay, there you have it. The crackers, the celebrations have already begun. As Sena leaders come, the early trends clearly suggesting advantage Shiv Sena. Not surprising, but most of those trends are coming, I can tell you, from Sena strongholds, particularly in the Dadar area. So don't read too much into these early trends right away, and margins can change and fluctuate as we go to different regions. But I want to understand this politics, because the politics we are seeing leaves Javed Ansari, the Congress. Na ghar ka na ghat ka. You know, how do I oppose who do I oppose? The Shiv Sena, the BJP, both, if they are going to occupy both government and opposition space? Is there a strategy that the Congress party has to take on a situation like this?
Well, if they have a strategy, nobody
knows about it.
First of all. Second, they have nobody but themselves to blame. I have it on good authority that the NCP had approached them for an alliance, but Mr. Sanjay Nirupam, in his wisdom or the lack of it, put his foot down, and therefore they are faced with a situation where they are struggling. They are on the periphery. So before deciding who to oppose, the first thing they need to do is to get their house in order. There is no second line there is no leadership, leave alone the second line. They need to discover young leaders, encourage them and empower them. and forget about coming to power, because that seems to be they seem to be a long way off.
Okay, meanwhile, we are being told that Milind Deora is watching our program. He's just sent me an SMS saying, very good show on the BMC. Well, good show on the BMC, Milind, but not a good show for the Congress at the moment is all I can say. Nikhil Wagle, you made a very interesting point. You believe that the Shiv Sena is, the BJP is actually taking votes away from the Congress, and the Shiv Sena is taking votes from the MNS, and thereby the Shiv Sena consolidating in the Marathi dominated areas and the BJP dominating the non-Marathi areas. Where does this leave the Congress party? Do you believe that the principal battle today in Mumbai is between the Shiv Sena and BJP?
Absolutely true, Rajdeep. Shiv Sena and BJP have occupied the space of ruling party and also opposition. Congress is nowhere. They, as Javed Ansari told you, they did not have any strategy. They did not have any agenda. Only infighting was going on, and I think they have learned nothing from Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha elections. That is the real problem. Once upon a time, Congress was very strong in Mumbai. Before 1985, Congress was ruling the Bombay Municipal Corporation. But in last 25 years, the party has totally degenerated. I don't know whether their leadership is concerned about it or not. They are thinking about it or not. Okay. I really don't know.
Do you think they should have planned? Do you think, Nikhil, they should have gone for an alliance with NCP? Do you believe that the Congress should have gone for an alliance with the NCP?
I don't think so, because NCP is not strong in Mumbai. They have certain pockets. They had, I think, 13 corporators last time, but they don't have any influence in Mumbai. So alliance of Congress and NCP wouldn't have helped them much.
Also getting reports, Ulhasnagar, Shiv Sena leading in 4. So Shiv Sena taking an early lead in Ulhasnagar. This is the suburb of Mumbai. Nagpur, it's the BJP which is at the moment dominating in Nagpur clearly. But these are urban elections, and I think that's the point to make. Remember, the significance is 288 seats in the Maharashtra Assembly. If you add these 10 urban bodies today, they come to about 75 roughly of the 288 seats. So 1 in every 4 constituencies, assembly constituencies, is effectively voting today, has voted and counting today. So they will give a trend of what could happen in the future. There was a time when the BJP was seen, remember, as a principal urban party of Maharashtra, but it's gone well beyond that. And clearly these trends are any indication. The BJP is now the principal opposition to the Shiv Sena. Margins, in fact, are tight now. 7 in Mumbai at the moment to the Shiv Sena, 5 at the moment to the BJP. So it is a very, very close run race. And it is not just Mumbai, it's spreading beyond Mumbai into Pune, into Amravati, in Vidarbha area where BJP has traditionally done strongly. But in Pune, if you see those results, 8 to the BJP and 4 to NCP. Pune is significant, Manish, because Pune was Sharad Pawar's bastion. Yeah. So in a sense, if Uddhav Thackeray needs to retain his bastion in Mumbai, Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar need to retain their bastion in Pune. If these numbers are right, BJP 2-1 ahead of the NCP in Pune at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting development, and that also shows at some level helplessness of the Congress NCP to get their act together. Is it lack of ideas, lack of, I mean, many times you mentioned the point about hunger. I mean, if your survival is at stake and if you're still not getting your act together, I mean, what is the ordinary voter going to expect from you? For the BJP, I mean, they are, I mean, capitalizing on the political momentum. In fact, they're being smart in that sense of reaching out and using that momentum to consolidate their gains post 2014.
I just want to bring you in, Nikhil, on that Pune. Very significant what is happening. BJP at the moment is leading the NCP.
Yeah, true, Rajdeep. NCP is ruling party in Pune for last 10 years. This time, BJP will definitely dent them. And I think probably BJP will become #1 party as per our exit poll. But the interesting thing is that in Pune, in Pimpri-Chinchwad, there is large-scale defection from NCP to BJP. Prominent NCP leaders are now in BJP with their muscle power and money power. 3-time BJP, NCP corporators have defected to BJP. Closest colleagues of Ajit Pawar are now closest colleagues of Devendra Fadnavis. Sanjay Kakade, Rajya Sabha MP, who was once close to Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar, is now helping Devendra Fadnavis and leading BJP along with Girish Bapat. So this is the situation in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. BJP is half NCP, or you can call BJP is new NCP in Pune.
Okay, I've got someone on SMS telling me I am watching your program from London. Can you tell us who is leading in Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation? Why are you not telling me who's leading in Pimpri Chinchwad? Well, we'll tell you in a moment. I'll ask my producers to tell me who's leading in Pimpri Chinchwad, which is of course near Pune. But clearly in Pune also we are seeing a shift which is taking place. So Sharad Pawar, and Javed, let me get you in on Sharad Pawar. You know him for a long time. Do you believe that Sharad Pawar is giving the impression in the last 12 months of a tired politician? You know, who's seen his best days. He expects the next generation to take over. The Supriya Sules, the Ajit Pawars have to take over. And Ajit Pawar, frankly, has had a difficult 12 months. There are those who believe that his name has come up in the irrigation scam. He has to answer serious questions. Even the Pawars are facing the strain of the BJP's growth and expansion in Maharashtra.
Indeed, yeah, but as far as Mr. Pawar is concerned, he is one of the few, handful of people who's a 24/7 politician.
Yes.
He might want to step back, and he might want to start reading, devote more time to gardening and his family, but at the end of the day, he comes back to politics. Both Supriya and Ajit Pawar had great chances. Ajit Pawar has failed to live up to those expectations. In fact, he's there's so much accumulated so much of baggage that I don't know whether he will ever be able to make it. As far as Supriya is concerned, she still has to come into her own. In the NCP, there is no alternative, at least yet in sight, for the aging Maratha patriarch.
Okay, so one of the big trends, of course, is coming in Pune at the moment. The BJP head will give you the Pimpri Chinchwad also leads in a moment from now. But clearly, Mumbai is where the story is at. Shiv Sena leading in 12 now. BJP in 7. So Congress only in 1 and others in 2, one of which is with the NCP. But the BJP and Shiv Sena well ahead, Manish.
Yeah, I just respond
yes,
to
please
the
respond.
NCP. I mean, just want to add to what Javed Saab was saying about NCP. NCP has been a predominantly a Maratha party, and what is happening is also that the corruption allegations, especially with Bhujbal still in jail, Chhagan Bhujbal, the Nashik strongman still in jail. I think they still are unable to cope with that loss of power. And let's also not forget that the only politician from the UPA days who retains his bungalow, lieutenant's bungalow, is Sharad Pawar. He still carries on with his residence at 6 Janpat. So I think that irrespective of the electoral fortunes which are definitely dwindling, Sharad Pawar does remain a very prominent force even today. So it's very...
Yes, but Manisha, it's a classic example that the older order in Maharashtra is giving way. Devendra Fadnavis represents the new guard. I remember 4 or 5 years ago, few people even knew him. He made his mark as a effective speaker in the Vidhan Sabha as an opposition leader, but now he's emerging. If these numbers are right, the BJP is the one party which today, looking at these early trends, is going to say Solapur, Nagpur BJP leading in 3. I'm told they are leading in Solapur as well. They are leading in Pune. They are dominating Pune 12-6. I mean, clearly there is a shift in power from the old guard to the new. The Shiv Sena, the BJP seems to be the rising force in Maharashtra politics.
So certainly this is big news, and I'm not surprised because Narendra Modi, everything said and done, he took the Gujarat local polls very seriously, and though he was in a constant poll mode, you can almost see the same strategy in Maharashtra, that local civic elections are being taken very seriously. I wouldn't be surprised if you look at Sharad Pawar, for example, the facts that Manish is placing before us. In a sense, there is a backhand understanding between Sharad Pawar's party, the NCP, and the BJP. Remember, the rural strength of Sharad Pawar. He may be an old guard, but he holds a lot of political strategy, and rural hold is not easy to wash away, what you can see in UP. So in a sense, he's using his old guard stature for certain political coalitions that are not upfront, that are not overt, and that may be of advantage to the BJP in the future.
Right.
At the moment, one would say that the urban leads and the urban footprints on a pan-Maharashtra scale is something which is victory for the BJP and new arenas of
You know,
expansion.
as we go through this morning, and as I said, results will now come thick and fast because the constituencies are small. Nikhil, which is the area which will decide between Shiv Sena and BJP who is Mumbai's party number one? As you said, Marathi stronghold, South and Central Mumbai firmly with the Sena. Where can the BJP make its gains? Is it mainly in the northern part of Mumbai where they expect to make their gains? Which are the parts? Because in the Lok Sabha election, they split the 6 seats between the two main parties.
Yeah. In Vidhan Sabha election also, in Mumbai, 15 seats were won by BJP and 14 by Shiv Sena. This time, I think crucial fight is in western suburb. That is the northern area of Mumbai. That is northwest Lok Sabha constituency. It is a mixed population. Marathi area is there. This is the old population who migrated from Girgaon and Dadar to Charkop, Kandivli, Borivli. All these Marathi areas plus equal non-Marathi area is there. That fight is interesting. If Sena can dominate BJP there, Sena will be up by 5 to 6 seats in this area. Then Sena will be number one in BMC. But if BJP dominates Sena, then it will be crucial.
I want to tell our viewers to try and explain what Nikhil is saying. A lot of the central and south Mumbai areas where there were large Marathi populations, that population over the last 20 years has started migrating to the suburbs. And therefore the character of some of the suburbs which had smaller Marathi population now have a more mixed population. Borivli, dominant Gujarati population, but now has a large number of Maharashtrians who also live there. And that is changing the nature of these elections. People telling me many people voted for the Shiv Sena this time because the Shiv Sena they felt represents Mumbai more strongly than the BJP in these new pockets or these new areas of Mumbai. And that's what I think the Shiv Sena is counting for in expanding its base. That's the point Manish made. How do I make myself more inclusive? That's the strategy of the Shiv Sena. Is it working? Well, early trends suggest that the advantage is with the Shiv Sena, but the BJP is also making big gains, primarily at the expense of the Congress. 16 to the Shiv Sena, 18 to the Shiv Sena, 11 to the BJP, 4 to the Congress. So it is clearly advantage to the Shiv Sena in these early leads. Remember, 114 is the magic mark and no party has achieved that in now almost 3 decades. The last time there was a majority was, I think, the Congress in the early 90s. Apart from that, Shiv Sena has dominated politics of Mumbai since 1985. And that's more than 30 years ago, but not got a majority on its own. Will they script a majority on their own this time? This is the channel where we'll tell you all the big results of Mumbai. I don't think an English news channel has ever focused so closely on a civic poll as we are doing today. But we are trying to make this the big election season and we'll bring you all the latest results in a moment from now.